Settings? No, it's bright. Okay. Anyways, hi Rachel. Hi Christian. Hi everyone that's here. We're doing panel. Fuck. Almost died. We're doing panel chats today. So for all the people that always want to come up and talk, but I'm like, no, I'm only talking to a specific kind of person today. Everybody can come up today. I'm confused though. I'm confusion. Don't mean stuff like that. Red bottoms, come back nigga, y'all, I'm about to spaz. I ain't playing nigga, I want nigga. I'm about to $2,000 for the newest stain color. Raw clean. Oh man. Hands dirty, nigga. Watch me turn them clean. Alright, I'm gonna focus in 2 seconds, I promise. I don't believe in Christianity either. W, I guess, you know? Oh, I should probably move out of the way so y'all can see what it says. Don't believe in Christianity, ask me anything. You can be Christian, you can be agnostic, you can be atheist, you can be deist, you can be Muslim. Anybody can come up today. And we're doing panel chat so everyone can come up at the same time. Go live. Go live? Go live, is that what you mean? I believe in God. Congratulations. Do you pray? No. Why do you not believe? I don't believe in magic. And until I see some magic, I'm not going to believe that, like, people can walk on water and raise themselves from the dead after 3 days. Or heal blind people with fucking spit and dirt. Like, I'm sorry, that's just a little bit too crazy for me to get behind. A little bit too crazy. What do you mean by magic? Supernatural power.
Hello.
Hey, what's up?
What's up?
How's it going?
It's going good.
Cool, what do you want to ask me?
Are you an atheist?
Agnostic.
W. Oh, W.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Hello, how are you?
Good, how you doing?
I'm good. Did you want to ask me something, pal?
Yeah, I just want to talk to you. I'm not going to be rude or anything. Like, I think that's so disrespectful when people come on other people's live and they're rude. But I just want to have, like, just a talk, you know. So I hear this a lot. I know you don't believe in God. I believe in God. I've believed in God my whole life. But when people say, oh, it's fairy and this and that, or people that believe in the Big Bang believe nothing created everything. That's more of a fairy tale than a creator creating.
Why do you think they think nothing created everything? My impression of what the Big Bang is the expansion of the singularity. So the singularity was already there. So
yeah, but you have to get life from non-life. You can't make life, like life can't just poof into existence.
That's what you guys believe. You guys believe God just poofed it into existence.
No, God is outside of time, space, and matter because they all have to come into existence at the same time. God's outside of time. God's outside of time.
Biological life came from non-biological life. He just poofed it into existence. That's what thieves believe.
But God's
believe in majority of them, not all of them, but the majority of agnostics believe in the Big Bang, but the Big Bang doesn't posit any type of theory as to how the universe came into existence. It's just about the expansion of the universe. Nobody claims to know, well, theists claim to know, and deists claim to know, but atheists and agnostics, anyone that's worth their weight in salt, wouldn't claim to know how the universe came into existence, and they definitely wouldn't say it came out of nothing. Nobody says that.
So,
unless they're dumb.
So you don't think do you believe there's any kind of intelligent designer?
No.
So do you believe your brain had any intelligent design, yes or no?
Yeah, design implies that somebody did it, so no.
So you don't believe your brain had any intelligent design?
I just said no. Do you remember? Like
okay.
2 seconds ago?
No, I was I was just making sure, because if you don't believe it had any intelligent design and it's just a bunch of random chemicals, how could you trust your own reasoning?
Well, it seems to work out pretty fine. Like my reasoning right now, right? This will fall. Let's see if my reasoning is right without a God. Oh, checked out. Maybe my reasoning isn't irrational.
So intelligence came from nothing. So, like, how do you know?
It came from nothing. Why do you keep you're making that claim, not me. Hope you know that.
No. So the thing about it, well, you don't think there's any intelligence in anything. I could look at anything in the world.
Just because it's not an intelligent mind doesn't mean it's nothing. Like, for instance, do you think this is an intelligent mind?
So let me ask you something. That thing that you're holding,
did you hear my question?
What?
Do you think that this is intelligent? Do you think this is an intelligent designer?
Yeah, it's an intelligent design. Got buttons you can control.
Do you think this thing is an intelligent designer? Like, is this remote an intelligent designer?
Well, it's not a designer, but it's a design.
Right. So just because this isn't an intelligent designer doesn't mean it's nothing now. So the same way I don't think we came from an intelligent designer does not implicate that I think we came from nothing.
So since you're holding that thing probably has.
I feel like you didn't hear. Can you repeat what I just said to you? Because I don't think you were listening.
Yeah, you're thinking that's an intelligent designer.
See, yeah, you weren't listening at all. That's complete opposite of what I said.
Okay,
I'll say it again.
You were cutting out. I apologize.
Okay, hold on. Maybe it's my fan. Let me just actually don't do that because I don't have pants on. Okay. Is that better?
Yeah, I could hear you better. Sorry, you were cutting out.
You're good. Let me mute that. Yeah, so this thing, okay, you think that I think intelligence came from nothing because I don't believe in an intelligent designer. So just because something like this, for instance, this isn't an intelligent designer, it was intelligently designed, but this itself isn't an intelligent designer, but that doesn't make it nothing anymore. The same way I don't think we came from an intelligent designer doesn't automatically implicate that I think we came from nothing.
So how do you believe we got here?
I have no idea, but I don't think it was a god.
Okay. Because to design something, everything with design, there has to be a designer, somebody with intelligence. Like, that remote just doesn't make itself. Do you know one atom in your body or one molecule is so complicated, or just the DNA code is insane how complicated it is. It's more complicated than more than a space shuttle. So you're saying...
Yeah, I mean, our bodies, if you think our bodies are intelligently designed, when we can literally have cancer, we can have sicknesses. If you blink the wrong way nowadays, hold on, let me finish. If you blink the wrong way nowadays, you get eye cancer. If you stay outside in the sun that you need to live, you could get skin cancer. They gave us one hole to eat and breathe out of. So if I choke on something, I don't have another hole to breathe out of, so that's not intelligent to me. Your own cells in your body can attack themselves and just start attacking your own immune system. That's not intelligent design. My eyes, for instance, I have contacts in right now, but my eyes, they're so complicated, yet they are shit. I'm fucking blind, basically. That doesn't sound like intelligent design. What else? You know, there's a lot of intelligent design claims, and it doesn't seem to be so intelligent to me. It's just too many.
Well, I'll tell you, we are very intelligent. Do you know you're a copy of a copy of a copy of a copy of a copy, all the way back to Adam and Eve? Just to be alive is insane. We're just a copy of a copy of a copy. So you go back to your parents go back to their grandparents, and it goes back to Adam and Eve. So being able to see, being able to talk is insane. Like, you're a copy of a copy, and it's just amazing. And God even told us we live in a fallen world. Look at all the stuff. Look at all the stuff we're eating. Look at all the medicine we're giving each other. People are living less and less and less.
Hold on a second. Hold on a second. to the guest that just came up here and had an echo, you have to completely close out of the entire app, like not just go to your home screen, but actually like refresh the app and come back. It's a TikTok glitch. Then once you do that, come back. I'll bring you back up. Go ahead, guest. Sorry. Hello, DB?
What's going on?
I was talking to the chat for a second, but you can continue. I'm sorry to cut you off.
Oh, I'm saying just to go back that many generations is crazy. But like I said, God said we live in a fallen world because of sin. We live in a fallen world. There's going to be sickness. There's going to be trial. There's going to be tribulation. But the thing about it is when you get to heaven, you're going to get a new body. You're not going to have sickness. You're not going to have pain. You're not going to have any of that. And that's how it was.
But I don't know. I don't believe that heaven exists, so I don't know why I would believe that.
That's on you. We have free will. Anybody can believe in whatever they want, do whatever they want, but you can't say you came from nothing. You have a purpose in life.
You keep saying that shit, bro. I've never said that. You think I'm saying that. I don't know why, because I've explained it like 4 times. But I'm not. You think you can think that's what I think, but I don't think that.
Where do you think we came from? I just joined this.
I have no idea.
Are you agnostic or are you atheist? What are you?
I'm agnostic.
So you believe in something, but just not. You don't have a faith system currently.
Yeah, I guess. Okay, well, apparently agnostic doesn't mean what I thought it means. When I say agnostic, what I'm meaning is I don't know if there is a God and I don't know if there isn't one.
Like a Christian God or a God in general?
A God in general, yeah.
I think you should change the title of your life to I'm agnostic, ask me anything, because I believe this is like rage bait.
But I only want to talk to Christians.
Do you have something against like Christianity?
No, it's just the religion I'm most knowledgeable on. Wouldn't want to do like I don't believe in Islam, ask me anything, because I don't know anything about Islam, so it'd be really dumb. But I do know a good amount about Christianity, so.
What do you not believe about Christianity? Just you deny the deity of Christ, or?
Well, yeah.
Do you think Jesus was a real person?
Yeah.
You just don't believe what he says, right? Like you don't think the historical account.
I don't know if he actually said that, and I definitely don't believe like in magic and stuff. They like think that he spit in some dirt and put it on somebody's eyes, and all of a sudden that person wasn't blind anymore. Like I need to see magic before I believe in some shit.
Do you believe in the resurrection?
Did you? I don't believe in Christianity, right? And
you said Jesus was a real person. I'm just asking you questions.
Yeah, I know. If I don't believe in Christianity and I don't believe in magic, of course I don't believe in the resurrection.
But the resurrection isn't solely what Christianity is. That's just giving.
Yeah, but that's magic, and I don't believe in magic, so I just thought that would be like self-evident.
So you believe in evolution? So you don't believe the eyewitness accounts that Jesus was resurrected?
Yeah, no, I don't.
Why? They're eyewitnesses. That's a credible source.
Okay. You think just because somebody said they saw something that's credible?
Well, no, but over the course of 40 days, 500 people said it, and they were being persecuted for saying this. They got killed themselves. I mean, human nature is self-preservation.
A lot of people have died for their gods.
No, but human, but like you want to preserve your own life. Why would I make up a lie that's going to get me killed?
Yeah, so
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, anything. Yeah, anyway. Yeah, so this whole thing about there being 500 witnesses, I don't know why I'll keep bringing this up. The Bible just simply says that there were 500 witnesses. That's not actually proof that there were indeed 500 witnesses. Also, people die for fake shit all the time. Name literally any cult leader. Like literally any cult leader. Like literally anyone. Jim Jones. Like, be for real.
That's the cult leader, but what about the people in the cult?
I'm saying that like these cult leaders come up with bullshit and they die for it all the time. That's like
but which one had the biggest impact on the world?
Jim Jones.
Wrong. Jesus Christ Almighty.
You,
Oh wait, I've seen
so
Main Man
so
in a different
Jonestown just didn't
Christianity
happen.
live before. Yo, what's up, dude?
Anyways, yeah, just because 500 people said something a long time ago doesn't make it true.
It's not even that. You don't even have to say that they said this. It just says that the Bible said this. The Bible simply is just saying these things. Yeah, like 1,000 people saw a wizard fly through the sky in my book. Does that make it true?
But the Bible is eyewitness accounts.
Yeah, they all
The Bible just says
you know
there's
there's eyewitness.
But what is the Bible? What is the Bible?
a fairy tale book that you guys like to write on.
But Luke, you know what the Quran is. I'm sure you know how they said that Muhammad split the moon.
No, I'm actually I have very little information on the Quran.
Okay, cool. So let's just know that there's eyewitness.
I'm gonna drop down now. See you, Trudy.
Muhammad. Okay, bye. Let's just say that. Well, let's not just say it. There's eyewitness accounts of Muhammad splitting the moon in two. Do you believe in that now? Because there was eyewitness accounts.
Is there?
Do you believe it now? Because there's eyewitness accounts.
No, is there eyewitness accounts?
Yeah, there is. There's.
Who's the eyewitnesses?
Google. I don't know. Hello.
Who are the eyewitnesses?
Let's just say his name is Tom. You know what? Actually, let's say that there is no eyewitnesses, right? But let's just pretend that there is one, because I don't know the names of the people. I barely know anything about Islam. Let's just say that there is no eyewitnesses, but let's pretend that there is. Does that now make it true because there's an eyewitness?
I'm not going to pretend there's an eyewitness when there isn't one.
So you can't engage in hypotheticals?
Bro.
Luke?
I said that there is no eyewitness. Why would I say yeah?
Do you know what hypothetical is?
Okay, I'm confused. Is this a debate or is this asking you questions?
Well, these debates
A
never.
little bit of both. I mean, are you able to answer? If you don't,
No, but I'm asking you a question. Is this a debate or is this a space to ask questions? Because if
I
I'm not here,
I just said it's both.
Okay,
Can you
I'm
answer
not.
my question now?
I'm not here to debate. I'm not here to debate Christianity. I'm here to ask questions and understand your point of view. So
Okay,
if
well,
you want
I'm
to
trying to
debate,
explain to you my point of view by asking you a question.
no, you're trying to debate me.
Yeah, that's also me explaining my point of view.
No, you're
That's
trying.
usually what people do when they debate each other's worldviews. So,
But we're
yeah.
not debating.
Okay, let's not call it a debate. Cool, is that better now? Okay, now, if there was an eyewitness for this miracle that they claimed happened, does that make it true all of a sudden?
One eyewitness?
A made up one, I'm just making it up.
500 eyewitnesses.
Yeah, if there was 500 eyewitnesses for Muhammad splitting the moon, does that make it true now?
It'd make me dig into it.
Does it make it true?
I said it would make it. That's not just purely what and I'm not even Christian. I'm a follower of Christ.
So you're Christian, okay.
No. There's a difference. I think that Christianity has been used to do a lot of bad things in history. I'm a follower of Christ.
I could have sworn that's the literal definition of
It's the same thing, bro.
No, it's not. It's not the same thing. He
It's the
doesn't
exact
want
same
to. He doesn't want to justify all of the negative things that Christianity has done in the past.
You can't.
Still believe in the fairy tale.
They were not true
me
Christians.
personally, all the bad
You don't
things
have
that
to-
other Christians have done in the name of
Right.
Christianity doesn't necessarily mean that the
Exactly.
religion itself is bad now. That just means
don't
that there's
have
some
to.
bad people.
He just
using
doesn't
the
want to
religion.
defend that.
Yeah,
He
exactly.
doesn't need
You don't
to.
have-
He
you don't
doesn't
have
need to
to. You
defend
just have
like the Crusades and shit. He doesn't need to defend that.
You gotta defend it. All you gotta do is just separate true Christianity from that, which is the facts. True
Because like
Christianity,
if he wasn't in the Crusades, I don't see
What's
why
true
he would
Christianity?
defend it.
true Christianity is follower of Christ.
That's what he said he's doing.
Yes, but don't take the name out of the religion, because the religion is the truth.
What's up, Truly?
Hey, how's it going?
I'm doing good. I was gonna ask a question. Who said that there was 500 witnesses to Jesus'
Luke.
resurrection? How do you know that?
Like as fact.
Yeah, how do you know that there was 500 witnesses?
Yeah, who were they? What were their names?
You want me to name you? I couldn't even name you 10 people that were in my history class in high school. I mean, I'd have to like open the book and like look at.
Oh, it's just you were asking the host, so I thought it's fair to ask the same question to you.
Well, not even that. Like, we know that Paul claims that there are 500 witnesses, as far as like my knowledge goes, and I've been talking to a lot of Christians on TikTok and trying to see like how they collected those 500 witnesses. And I heard that the apostles, or like the disciples, right? They went around serving people and saying, "Did you see Jesus after the resurrection?" And people would be like, "Yes" or "No." And they got like 500 people as they journeyed around asking people, and those were the 500 witnesses. But the only person that says that there are 500 witnesses is Paul, and we don't have 500 testimonies. So how is this in any way reliable or something that you can use in like a discussion?
Yeah, there are 700,000 people who claim election fraud in the United States.
Okay.
And it's not true. Just...
Oh, yeah, so you're arguing the same thing I'm arguing. Like, yeah.
He's not, I don't think he believes in Christianity. This guy here is No, President. Nope, let Luke answer that. I'd love to hear his answer.
What was the question?
This motherfucker here. So you're to get
I'm not paying attention to 5 people, 6 people who are all agreeing on one thing and asking me different questions.
There's only 2 atheists on the panel. There's 4 theists. What do you mean?
Okay, what was the question?
Yeah,
what was the question? Repeat yourself.
Say your shit for fun. Go ahead and answer the question, though.
Okay, so look, when you say there's 500 witnesses, how do you know that?
I just told you. I actually don't know that, and I'd have to do some research. I admitted that.
Oh.
Didn't I say that I could...
Anyways, all right, we can just go on to somebody else.
It's strange to be so confident in something that you have no evidence of or even understanding of.
I thought he was
this motherfucker used the 500 eyewitnesses as a reason why I should believe, and then saying he can't prove it is crazy. Like, what the fuck? He had to go. I couldn't do it.
I thought he was gonna give me like some information that would like blow my mind or something.
Coco, you know he wasn't about to do that. Come on, there's nothing you haven't already heard. By the way, chat, tap the screen. I know there's at least 50 of y'all in here that fuck with me. There's only 2K likes. There's only 2K likes, and there's 300 people. Rude.
Now that I'm here, you're gonna get the likes. Don't worry.
Joshua, shut the fuck up. Shut up, bro. Anyways, there's Main Man. I'm sure you probably want to ask me a question. If not present, you can ask me a question if you want.
Also, shout out to Robbie Rob for you. Thank you for the support.
That hurt.
Yeah. My question to you is what...
Is that chicken katsu?
Brother, that's a steak.
Oh, zoom in?
Brother,
oh, wait, actually, I can make you bigger, actually. L, go vegan.
Bro, what? This is... Bro, like...
Nah, you're a vegan too, truly?
W veganism. Yeah, I'm vegan now.
Since when?
It's been like 2 months, 3 months.
Okay, so it's kind of
man, it's a phase then. See, bro, that impossible meat's got you.
You didn't.
Impossible meat makes you an atheist. That's the problem.
The what?
The Impossible burgers that you get from like the store and warm up. That's why you're an atheist.
That's fucking crazy. I don't eat those. I don't eat those. Don't worry. But President, what do you want to ask?
Those are
good. Yeah, I just want to know your personal criteria. What qualifies as supernatural, not supernatural? Are you using a baseline of science to disqualify something being supernatural, or is it more of a eyewitness, a feeling, a imagination thing? Is it?
I can get something
written down somewhere. Hold on.
Is it a reality thing? Like, what is it? What determines what so-called even fits the description of supernatural?
Not explained by natural.
Not explained by natural, but
Fuck. Well, yeah, that definition works. I was trying to figure out where I wrote it down.
when you say not explained by natural, are you saying that naturalism is properly explained in the first place?
Can't be explained by naturalism. That's what it
means. Yeah, not explained by naturalism.
Yeah, they can't be explained by this is assuming that naturalism itself has a
like the laws of nature. Like
Yeah, you don't
so,
you don't
like,
have to assume that that naturalism is like a true interpretation of the world, but it's the definition of the word.
Yeah, that too. But yeah, it's like
You kind of do. In order to say something is not possible by contrary of the
Nobody said anything about not possible.
I did not say
She
it
just
was
said
not
she said
possible,
supernatural.
but supernatural. Okay, but saying something being supernatural by contrary of not knowing if the natural even came from supernatural, you're kind of presupposing that natural is everything.
Yeah, so I would say if I was there during the time of Jesus and I saw him multiply fish and bread in front of me, like literally take a couple pieces of fish and bread and recreate the molecular structure of fish and bread out of the air to feed thousands, that would probably be supernatural. He's violating the laws of physics on like feeding thousands of people. So anything that's like beyond the explanation of like naturalism would be like supernatural. Now, as far as like labeling things supernatural, I wouldn't say that just because we can explain it via naturalism that it's all of a sudden supernatural. Maybe it might just be like it's something that we can't understand yet. Like,
and that's my end all point. So basically, what you're saying is. This is why that was confusing to me. Is what you're saying is what you can explain, you basically put in the category. What you can explain, and you don't know the limits of physics either. You put in the category of supernatural.
I would say it would be
the
anything
unexplainable or the physics. You don't know if the physics can explain it or cannot because you don't know all the physics. That's number one, and number two.
So basically, are you just trying to say that supernatural stuff could be natural that we just can't explain yet?
Essentially, that's a possibility. That's all I'm saying. But
yeah, I mean,
it's a category.
I don't think we'll ever be able to explain like with using like science and like observation.
But that's
because we're material.
That just proves my. You're right.
We're not immaterial. We're not spaceless and timeless. I don't see how we would ever be able
to proving my point. Yeah,
determine or explain or observe anything supernatural revolving around God, which is why we would categorize it as supernatural because we can't observe it or test it with science.
And that's your opinion. Everything Miss Soliloquy just started from your opinion, but that's not a fact. I don't think.
Yeah, this is what I believe. I don't believe in the supernatural.
Exactly.
That doesn't mean
that's not a fact.
It's just my opinion.
Also, the definition is like in the name, right? Like supernatural, something that's beyond the realm of naturalism.
Yeah, to say something is beyond the realm of naturalism, you have to once again presuppose that naturalism came from something outside of something supernatural. So you're ready by virtue of something.
That doesn't really make sense. Wait, what are you saying?
Somebody said Jesus too.
If you're saying something is natural, you're automatically presupposing that something supernatural didn't come before now.
No.
Yes, you are. Because you don't have the proof of how natural came to be.
You don't need the history of something to understand what it is.
Yes, you do have to understand what it is in order to know what it is.
Y'all,
you don't need to understand the history, though.
Not the history, but you do have to know.
God can do logical contradictions. He doesn't understand the definition. He doesn't understand the distinction.
Literally can though, because God exists outside of logic.
You're not.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. So can God exist and not exist at the same time?
I keep telling you, Jesus Christ essentially did that. That question doesn't make sense relative to.
Can God exist and not exist at the same time, main man?
No. What do you mean by non-exist? Because the Holy Spirit can do things that the flesh, like you don't need flesh for the Holy Spirit to operate.
No, that's supernatural. That doesn't exist. There's no evidence of it. There's God can do things like change molecular structure of atoms. No.
No, God cannot stop existing. He cannot cease to exist. That's a contradiction.
When I say exist, I mean be a part of reality.
Yeah.
Okay, so
naturalism.
The Holy Spirit, to our perception, isn't a part of reality, but it very much so exists. I don't know what you want to do.
Yeah,
but if it doesn't affect reality.
Hold on, can I talk to him real quick?
Who says it doesn't affect reality, bro?
Hello. Yeah, I'm not saying just because we don't see it, that means it doesn't exist. I'm saying in general. Can something exist in reality and not exist in reality at the same damn time, regardless of our opinions? Can that happen?
Well, to a believer, the Holy Spirit is going to be a lot more prominent.
Not to a believer. Not to a believer.
Yes, it happened.
In reality, let's say there's no humans on Earth at all whatsoever, not one. Could a God exist in reality and not exist in reality at the same time?
That is literally the definition of outside of time.
Oh my fucking God! There's no way you're dead. That is.
I'm dead ass. Like
If
the
something
definition of outside. So that means he is outside of time, and
Something
he can.
exists outside of time. Cool. Now, can it exist outside of time and not exist outside of time at the same time? Does that make
Yes,
it easier?
Yes, he can.
Yes, it can. See, that's a logical contradiction. Therefore, your God is irrational. I don't even know why you try to rationalize, motherfuckers. I mean, I don't even know why you try to rationalize God when he doesn't even hold to rationality. He doesn't hold to logic.
You see, that's where you see. This is why once again you jump the card. I said yes, he can. He choose not to do that.
Okay, but the fact that he could do that means he's irrational.
No,
means
that doesn't
his
mean.
existence is illogical.
Okay, you could jump off the
Better
building.
you could make
You
himself
could go swim into the middle of the ocean like without nothing.
completely illogical.
You could go
Therefore,
jump.
your God is
You could do whatever you want. You could go.
Therefore, I
snap.
don't know why you try to use logical debate.
Can you not go climb
prove
trees
the
right now?
existence of your God, that's
You
not
got-
logical.
Can you not go
Doesn't
climb
make
trees right now?
sense.
Can you not just go crazy? Can you not just do anything you want technically under the circumstances of physics that would be considered illogical? Can you
Actually,
He doesn't understand the he doesn't Dirt and Coco. He doesn't understand the distinction between something being naturally impossible and logically impossible. Like, it's naturally impossible for me to grow wings and fly right now, but it's not logically impossible for me to grow wings and fly right now. He thinks that naturally impossible and logically impossible are synonymous,
Okay, so
which
first and
makes no
foremost,
fucking sense.
I don't even believe that the natural exists by itself. I'm not a naturalist. So you're speaking to me like I believe in what you believe. So it's not going to correlate to me. I believe we came from the supernatural. So I'm not going to understand the way you think about the stuff that you're talking about because I don't look at it that way. It doesn't make sense to me.
Which part of us came from supernatural?
What do you mean?
All of it.
All of it? Like which part of us? Like specifically, which part of the human body
Mind,
came
body,
from a
soul.
supernatural?
Thank you, Marvin. I appreciate the heart.
The mind, the
Seriously.
body. The mind,
The body came from a supernatural
100%,
thing.
brother.
Yes.
Yeah,
Which aspect of the body? Did your hand come from a supernatural being?
Bro, all
Everything
of
came
it.
from the supernatural.
There's nothing that
Whoever's talking right now is about to cook.
What'd you say, Coco?
Whoever's talking with a deep voice, I already know he's about to cook.
Oh yeah, that's dirt.
Oh yeah. Yeah, no, everything came from supernatural. So I don't think.
No.
like-
Okay, so which thing? So my fingernail came from supernatural forces?
Bro, everything came from there.
No, please, no, because you said that people came from supernatural occurrences. Give me one example of which part of which person came from a supernatural occurrence ever.
Okay, bro. For you, eventually farther down the line, you came from Adam and Eve. So I mean, God put Adam and Eve onto this earth. Therefore, you are a supernatural.
There's not enough genetic diversity for two people to create a population of 7 billion that we have right now. That's complete nonsense.
With man, things are impossible. With God, all things are possible.
Okay, so which descendant was given new pieces of DNA at which point in history?
Oh my gosh, this is such a horrible argument.
Yeah,
we believe that people were created. No, let me answer.
It's
We believe that
nonsense.
other
This is
people were
like
created
you've
because
seen
Adam and
babies
Eve-
be born, right? Like which part of that is supernatural?
All of it.
What? All of it is supernatural.
No. Name one part of it, one aspect that can't be measured or hasn't been explained by biology.
Bro, biology is a sorry excuse to try to understand God. All forms of
The answer is like the spirit or the soul part, right?
What the hell is that?
In that way, they said that physics is
What the
like.
fuck is that for real? What is that?
I mean, we can't even rely on science because it changes all the time, man. It's never preserved, so I don't know why we're appealing to that.
Well, we can't rely on science because they're honest, and when they get something wrong, they let us know and say, hey, that actually wasn't the truth. We thought it was, but it didn't work out. So now we're going to be honest and keep studying and try to figure it out. Like, come on.
Yeah, but they're no different. You can't live your whole life.
Science
But you can't live reality.
Listen, you're saying that we came from
line.
supernatural things, and that supernatural things are involved in our life, and you can't name one aspect of any one of our lives here that has a supernatural explanation or cause or even
dreams
influence.
predicting the future. Dreams predicting the future nonstop.
Dreams predicting the future. Does anyone here?
I do.
have,
I do. That's why I brought it up. I do.
Okay.
I do.
The only way to confirm that is for you to tell us your dream today, and for us to come back tomorrow and tell us what and verify whether that's true or not. And
Still
so
wouldn't
what?
believe
Okay.
No. I don't know. Let's just say I'll do it. Make a prediction. There's a basketball game. No. There's an NBA game on Thursday. Who's going to win? What did your dream say?
You have to believe yourself. Why would God reveal something so irrelevant to His kingdom in a dream? What does NBA got to do with God?
Well, do you have any relevant prophecies?
Do you have anything?
To enlighten us on?
Yes.
I'll be in my vehicle. I have one for you. I'll be in my vehicle tomorrow.
Not you, Joshua. You didn't even
That's
say
what I
you
had in
had
my
psychic dreams. We talking main man over here. Did you? Is there any prophecies that you want to enlighten me on? That you do have?
Good thing.
Yeah, the dream thing is not really great, right? It depends on like what the dream is and like how detailed of a dream that.
Wait,
it is.
hold on a second. Maybe answer the question.
Yeah. So you're gonna realize that you had an experience with the Creator in a way that you never would have imagined. There's your prophecy.
When is that gonna happen?
It already happened, but you see, revelation means to reveal, so it's not my timing to reveal it to you.
So he can't
Nigga,
he can't list one fact that was predicted. There's no aspect of the human lifestyle that's supernatural. No aspect of dreams having predictive powers. No, this is all supernatural nonsense.
I got one for you. There will be more sunlight in your life.
What?
These are the most unfalsifiable things ever.
Okay, you still didn't prove that God doesn't exist. Now what?
Kobe, you haven't said much, so I'm gonna let somebody else come up. I think this person is spamming in the chat. It's pissing me off. You're up here now. Stop saying that shit in the chat. Congratulations. What you want to talk about?
Yo, can we get better?
Yeah, I appreciate it.
Better arguments now.
Yeah, I appreciate it, and I just want to say I see where the conversation got confused. The fact that people still believe in 2024 that Jesus is God or the God or a God is the problem. If there is a creator,
you can't refute it.
What?
You can't refute it. That's why people still believe in it.
No, people still believe in it because of the cultural context and because people are taught there from a young age.
And this is
wait.
This is why you guys are confused.
You can't believe that it's false.
You're trying to reason about God and or a supreme being, and trying to associate it with some human deity.
Bro, name one man. Name one man who made such an impact on the world. Who has made the biggest impact on the world? Anywhere you go.
Michael Jackson.
What impact are you talking about? What's the impact?
Bro,
Isn't that a fallacy?
above all names?
What about Louis Pasteur?
Wait, you're committing a fallacy.
Let me redirect you before you go into that closed mindset again. Let me redirect you.
You're not open.
That's ironic.
Listen,
deconstruct. It's called deconstruct. You were backwards.
If you guys, okay, everybody, if you remove all the religious books, temples, synagogues, whatever, really remove all those.
To do that, they've burned so much.
Are you listening? Please listen. Please listen. Please listen.
Main man, let him finish.
If you removed all of that, does God still exist? Does the supreme being still exist? Remove all the books.
Yes.
Get that hate off your chest, bro.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, he does.
Now you guys could reason with a clear mind. It's not a he. Why are you saying it's a he?
You didn't prove anything. You did not prove anything. You wasted our time with that question.
You did not cook one bit. The steak is still raw.
Man, galvanized.
You did not prove anything.
He galvanized.
You guys are so far asleep.
You got silence for that.
You're far asleep.
No.
You're asleep.
calm the fuck down. I stopped listening. I zoned out. The shit was crazy, but relax.
No,
Cool.
yeah, truly, that was the dumbest question I've heard.
I gotta
this year.
restart. You're not listening to me. I just got age restricted for vaping, so I have to restart in 10 minutes. All right? Everybody okay with that?
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, we're okay with that, Queen.
All right. Adios. Before science, people thought that rain happened because Zeus was upset. These are the dumbass These are the dumbass conclusions you come to when you just say you don't know, therefore God. You come up to conclusions like, oh, it's raining. I don't know why it's raining, so Zeus must be upset. Like, that's how dumb that sounds. Do you get why that's not good logic, not good reasoning?
Well, for it to have a cycle and for it to be working the way it is, somebody with a smart logic had to have made it happen.
Or there's a perfect.
Okay, I'm not done. I'm not done. Let me speak. I'm not done. I
don't give a fuck if you're not done. I'm the host. I can be a hypocrite on my live. That's the great part about it, right? We love the mute button around here, right? Yeah. Or there's a perfectly rational, logical explanation for it that has nothing to do with God, and you just don't know it.
Facts. And sorry for talking over you.
No, you're good. It's fine.
I'm gonna propose a question. Let's say that there is some force outside of the universe that created everything. Who's to say it's a conscious force and not some sort of natural phenomenon?
Well, if there was some natural phenomenon, like the Big Bang Theory explains it, there wouldn't be a cycle and there wouldn't be no logic to everything that happens. Your eyes wouldn't see. Your nose wouldn't, like everything wouldn't have been placed perfectly for you to be existing.
But you're asserting that my eyes couldn't see or my nose couldn't smell. How can you prove that they wouldn't be able to see or smell without a God?
Well, the thing is, like I'm saying, I'm not saying there's a God or not. I'm saying that there's something out there that's smarter than us. You know, Christians describe God as someone, Christians describe a God as someone that's actually like a person. And I personally don't believe it's a person. I believe there's just something smarter out there that we don't know about that created everything that we know.
That's a God. Okay.
Why does it have to be smarter? Can it be dumber? Can it be just a natural process?
Yes.
We've seen some really complicated things happen, like rivers, like mountains, and really extremely complex things happen from natural processes. Not to mention the animal societies that have developed without a smarter, larger intelligence to put them into social groups and whatnot. It's just you're ignorant. You don't know. You think that things have to be made by something smarter than them, and that is absolutely not the case.
Well, why does like I'm telling you, there's a cycle in the universe. You know, there's a cycle in the universe. You have the sun only acting like the sun to give heat to the earth that we need.
Jackie, can I ask you a question? So you think because the universe is extremely complex, it has to be created because it's super intelligent, right?
Yeah, I mean, who created the universe then?
Okay, so if that's the case, and because it's extremely complex and intelligently created or whatever, is God extremely complex and intelligently intelligent being? Because if so, I would just ask you who created God.
I love this comment, Lo. Saying we're ignorant because you don't have an explanation either. That's exactly what I'm thinking right now. You know, we don't have an explanation on so many stuff, yet we want to believe something. You know, you don't believe in anything, and that's your thing, okay? I do believe in something because I'm like, who was so smart to create humans or create not only humans, to create organisms to swim?
I'm sorry. Wait,
I mean,
what was the
technically.
answer? Before you finish, I did cut you off that time, and I don't need to cut you off that time, but I do want to ask you, what was the answer to the question?
This one over here. What question?
Yeah, if you believe the universe has to be created by someone because it's intelligent.
I just told you that.
That's fine if you just told me. I didn't hear you though, so I'm asking you, what was the answer?
Yeah, I do believe in that because I just told you that there has to have been someone super.
No, I'm asking you who created God. What was the answer to the question?
To who created God? Honestly, we're so small-minded, girl. I don't even know. We don't know. The Bible doesn't talk about who created God, you know?
But you don't know how God was created.
And who said that he had to be created?
You believe it exists. Cool. I don't know how the universe was created. And so however God got there is the same thing that I would say for the universe, right? Didn't need to be created. God didn't need to be created. It's extremely intelligent by whatever you take that to be. It's extremely intelligent, yet God is also extremely intelligent, yet God didn't need to be created. I don't see why you would apply that standard to God, but not to the universe as well.
Because all we know,
to whatever you think created God, that's what I would say.
All we know is that we get created. That's all we know. But we
No,
don't
that's
know
the
what
one thing you
happens
don't know.
outside of the universe.
So one thing you don't know.
That's the one thing you don't know.
I feel like it's just hard to sit
Nobody
there
knows that
and
answer
agree with
either.
what you're saying, because it comes to the point where there's a Bible, but then there's also the history book and the science book, and it talks about evolution, and it talks about the way that the Earth and the galaxy and humans and everything like that was made. So it's literally just faith based. That's what religion is.
Yeah, but there's facts that talk about us too. You know, it talks about the stations that happen on Earth. It talks about the Earth being round. It talks about the sun. Hold on. It talks about the sun. It talks about
But that's what I'm saying. So does science and history, though.
Yeah, but the Bible was said it first.
The Bible
Can I add something
didn't
here?
know about Neptune. The Bible didn't know about Uranus. The Bible
Yes, it
didn't
does.
know about other galaxies.
don't know how to
The
answer.
Bible
Wait,
didn't know
wait,
about
wait,
germs.
wait,
The Bible
wait.
didn't know
You
about
said
any of
because
these
it's
things.
First, you said because it's first, that's why it's right. Because if that's the
Can I-
case, then you should be Hindu.
It talks about what science talks about now, but it was written so many
Did
years
you know
ago.
that Hindu came before Christianity?
I'm not talking about
Atheism predates Christianity.
Bible.
Yeah, you know what? That's even better. But let's just go with Hindu because you know they need a god, right? So let's just go with Hinduism.
But
You know,
I'm not talking about the Christian Bible.
You know, Hinduism was before Christianity. So you should, if it being first is what matters, then you should be a Hindu.
Yeah, but like I said, everything we know now and everything science knows and history knows, the Bible said it before. In the Hinduism Bible, in the Jewism Bible, every Bible talks about the same entity.
Where does it mention Neptune? Where does it mention Neptune? Where does it mention Pluto? Where does it
It
mention?
doesn't have to say Neptune or Pluto. It just talks about it in some type of sense that we have to interpret in our mind. You know, you have to.
It does talk about constellations and stars and planets and all that.
Yeah, it talks about that.
But only the ones that you could see. Only the ones that the people in that society were aware of. The only thing that religion brings in terms of future prediction is basically interpretations based on the data that was there at the time. There's nothing supernatural about this information. Otherwise, they would have given them knowledge about things that could help them, such as how germs work, or how metallurgy works, or how the scientific method works and doesn't work, about advanced mathematics. None of that is in the Bible. I just got to say one last thing. Jackie, it's great that you believe, but there's a sociological explanation for this. It's because it helps you feel better. And that's great, and that's really great for you. But it doesn't mean that you're right, because you're very clearly not right. And what you've chosen to do with your life is to feel better by saying, oh, there's some magical, okay, well, yeah, you know, it's got to be God, to fill a gap in your soul because you feel like you need to know, because you need confidence, because that's who you are as a person. And it doesn't mean that it's true, because all of this is demonstrably, if you take any sort of objective view, is just like an absurd set of stories about some mythical, like, you're really living in a complete fantasy world, and that's fine. If that's what you need to survive in this world, if that's what you need to feel better, good. And that's why a lot of people go to religion, and they try to believe it's true faith and whatever. And it could, you know, that's all in your head. It could be whatever, but it doesn't correspond with reality. And it's fine. And this is society. Everybody has their own kind of quirky things that they like and think and believe. And the ones about myths, especially like 2,000, 1,000-year-old myths, those are fun. They're fun stories, but they're not true in any like real, useful, demonstrable sense. They don't push human society forward. They don't push technology forward. They don't push any new insights. They just push people inwards to believe in contradictions in order to be more socially cohesive.
This is why
I'm done.
Christianity is like not taken seriously by a lot of people. I literally did this because my friend came in the chat and did 2 rock star emojis, and I was saying hi back with the rock star hand things, and she's like, now she's throwing up satanic devil signs too. Like, girl, you just got to be so fucking delusional to just think everything is related to the fucking devil. Ma'am, it was just me saying hi back to the emojis. Like, take a deep breath, relax.
But I'm not Christian.
Can I add something?
But I'm not Christian.
I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to the chat.
Okay.
Yeah.
Someone said something a little while ago about translations, and I do think translations is very important when it comes to the Bible. Because if you look at Genesis, where it says like God this and God that, and the Lord this and the Lord that, you have to understand there's a lot of different words they were using for these. And if you go back to the original translations, the first God instance in the Bible actually refers to Elohim, which is a plural, which is not actually one God. It's multiple quote unquote angels or sons of God that actually did the whole creation project. So based on the Bible, it wasn't one God that spoofed everything into existence. It was actually a process.
So Christians are polytheists?
I'm not saying Christians are polytheists, but the creation story, at least, the Genesis creation story, based on the original translation, doesn't say that this one God did everything. They just translated it. When it reached down to English, they translated it to say God. And then coming down to the Exodus, whereas this Yahweh character, that was one character. And they associated that one character with the multiple characters in the Genesis story and just kind of meshed all of it together to bring this narrative that was one being doing everything.
I'm bored.
I want to circle back to the fine-tuning argument with Jackie. Jackie, I agree with you. I think there's probably a lot of things in this universe that are a lot smarter than you. But what I'm curious about is you were saying that the sun is just like the perfect distance from the earth to heat the world perfectly. And gravity is fine-tuned perfectly, and everything is perfect just so that we can exist on this planet. Isn't that what you were saying, Jackie?
Well, yeah, I mean, you're breathing, right?
Yeah, which indicates that there must be an intelligent mind because everything is so perfectly fine-tuned for life. Is that what you were saying?
Well, it was supposed to be. I mean, we're breathing. You can see.
What do you mean by it was supposed to be? What's the caveat there?
Yeah, it was supposed to be like that, and it is like that because as I can see.
Well, but this is what was so.
Hold on, you see, that's why that's what I love about you guys. You don't guys let us speak.
All right, no, I didn't know that you were done.
Yeah, honestly, what I'm saying is there has to have been something out there to make us exist and to be who we are right now. I mean, your eyes can see everything that you have, everything that you do.
Yeah, but you've already said that. So all I'm trying to nail down.
Please let me finish.
Jackie, you already did that.
So you really have said that like 500 times. Man.
Yeah, what I'm trying to nail down.
Something has to
that question.
You got.
What I'm trying to nail down.
You think something has to.
Yeah, well, that's the question.
We all agree there. We just disagree on what that something is. You think it's a god.
We don't know what it is. We don't know what it is.
We don't think it's a god.
Well, yeah, I think it's a god, or something that is.
That's the only thing we disagree about. So you don't have to explain to us that something created us. We agree on that. Something did. We just don't think it's a god.
Okay, so you're telling me that you don't believe in the Big Bang Theory, right?
The Big Bang Theory?
What?
I've never heard of it.
Y'all don't believe in the Big Bang Theory, right?
Beanbag Theory.
Big Bang Theory.
Big Bang.
Big Bang.
Okay. Yeah, I'm convinced of the Big Bang Theory. Sure.
Because the Big Bang Theory believes that everything was made out of nothing, and I don't believe that.
No, it doesn't. You just have a fundamental misunderstanding.
Can nothing even exist?
That's what the professor told me.
Yeah, your professor was dead ass wrong, or you weren't listening, and that's probably true because it's very apparent within this conversation you haven't been listening a lot.
Okay, well then someone explain the Big Bang
Theory.
Theory.
So the Big Bang Theory, basically, what it proposes is that there was a singularity. All the matter, it was hot, dense, really in this really small point. So in this really small point, guess what? That's something. That's not nothing. So we didn't come from nothing. 1. 2, the Big Bang Theory just explains how that very small singularity expanded into the universe that we know today. So where in the fuck did that say that we came from nothing?
Don't you think that if that was made with the purpose of what we have right now, everything would just be out of whack?
Girl, you are matter. Everything in you is matter. Just like.
Wait, what was her question? Because I could have sworn I had just asked her one first. Where in that Big Bang Theory does it propose the fact that we came from nothing? Where
And who
in
told
that
you
where
that
in the
some-
theory does it sound like we're saying we came from nothing?
Well, who says well, who tells you that whatever it is that created us made the Big Bang Theory and it was made purposely for it to be the way it is?
Well, I will answer that
Made
question as soon as you answer mine. Where in the Big Bang Theory does it propose that we came from nothing? I'm just gonna keep asking until you answer it, by the way. So
Well, the Big Bang Theory doesn't really explain what or who or how it even came or who.
it doesn't. But where does it say we came from nothing?
It said the fact that you're just telling me that says it all.
Okay, let's just pretend that I'm in second grade. Can you please explain to me how saying the singularity expanded means that we came from nothing? Particularly in what part of that means that we came from nothing? I'm a second grader, so go ahead and explain.
Okay, you're just saying it right now. Like magically, just something just randomly created matter and it expanded. That's what you're just saying.
That's basically the same
Out of
thing
nothing.
saying
That's
with
not
God.
what it. Nobody claims
That's
to know
what it
where the
says.
singularity came from besides theists. Y'all think it was a god, right? We don't know. We don't know before Big Bang. We don't know what caused the Big Bang. We don't know where the singularity came from. But what we do know is that it wasn't nothing. So why do you keep saying that we think we came from nothing?
Because that's what the Big Bang says.
Hey, can I explain the Big Bang, please?
If you're just telling me that something just came out of matter and it came together and it just expanded,
This is insane. This is insane.
Yo,
She
matter
didn't get-
is something.
there's no
Matter is
hope.
not nothing.
There's no hope.
Host, can I offer a correction to you with regard to the Big Bang Theory? So the Big Bang Theory is the measured expansion of the universe, that the universe itself is stretching out. The space between things is growing, and it's continuing to grow at a greater and greater pace. And if you wind the clock back, it shows that things within the universe were close together. And it doesn't say that we were all in one point. It just says that the universe, which is theorized to be infinite, was denser, a lot denser, and almost infinitely dense. And then beyond a certain point, we don't have any measurements. We don't have high-powered enough experiments to be able to understand what happened at a certain point when there was a lot of energy density within the world. The universe was, at least with regard to space, was always infinite. It was never one particular tiny point. It was just denser. The things within the universe were closer together. So
you're
where
saying there
in that theory...
wasn't a really extremely small point of singularity?
No, there was not. But the entire universe that we can see, like the visible universe, that particular space, that's within 2 billion or so light years, or no, I guess it's 30 billion or so light years surrounding us. All of that was, yes, in one point, but it was part of a much larger whole that consisted of all of the other space. So how could we all come from one point if there's infinite amount of space outside of us? No, we were just, every single thing was close together. Just imagine.
Even math and science, if you're still in here, can you request, because I don't know, I've never heard that shit in my life.
Scientists don't even know how big the universe actually is. What we see is the observable universe, which is the farthest light that can reach us.
Yes, the observable universe was a point, but everything beyond the universe.
There's no point of singularity. I've never heard that.
For everything within the visible universe today, there was a point of singularity for that. But for all the space beyond our known universe, which we have, everything that we've done for measurements says that it's generally consistent and it's generally shaped sort of the same sort of way, galaxies and megaclusters and galaxies, all far beyond the point for which we can see the light hitting us. There's the general
So what is
assumption.
the point of singularity again? He's here. Beautiful.
There's the singularity is of our observable universe, but of the full universe, all of that, it basically everything got together. Just imagine if you are zooming in on an infinite spreadsheet, right? You have an infinite spreadsheet and you keep zooming out, and all the blocks get smaller and smaller and smaller and closer together, but you never have an edge, and there's never a border, and there's never a single tiny point.
Is that a picture of the first black hole?
This is Messier 87.
Yeah, so, and he's saying that there is no point of singularity.
Messier.
Oh, when you do like the general relativity, and you trace this back, it just approaches a point of like infinite density. So like there's still a lot about like the primordial early universe that we don't quite understand yet, but the general relativity takes us back to the Big Bang.
Okay, so when we say the point of singularity, it's just really infinitely small, dense, hot spot where it expanded from, right?
Yeah, but there's still a lot of material there that we don't
Fucking
quite...
W Danielle's in the chat.
sorry.
Send me $10 on Cash App. I appreciate you. I'm sorry, Stephen. Go ahead. What?
Oh, that's okay. Yeah, there's still a lot of like material there that we don't quite understand. Like that's what general relativity tells us. But there are other like proposed models like eternal inflation. The Dirtman mentioned like if the universe is infinitely large, then that singularity might have also been infinitely large. It just might have been far more dense. So there are some proposed ideas, but there's still a lot there that we need to investigate.
So I'm even more confused than before. So there is no point of singularity, yet they call it a point of singularity.
In general relativity, it does just approach a singularity. Yeah.
Wait,
but
so
it could be that we just need
accepted
something
view?
better than general relativity.
Say that last part again.
So the general relativity does approach a point of singularity, but it could be that we just need something better than general relativity.
Okay, so when you say general relativity does accept the notion of a singularity, is this the most accepted view of the Big Bang? Like by
Yeah, it's our best understanding.
Oh, so Dirt, yeah.
But what Stephen said was that it could be an infinitely large singularity.
Yeah, he said it could be that, but most physicists don't think it was that. It's possible, but they're not sure.
Most physicists think the universe, it's almost mathematically very unlikely that it's not infinite.
No, we're talking about the singularity, not the universe.
Well, the universe is the singularity.
Oh, thank you, Jaheim.
The singularity expanded into the universe.
I appreciate it.
It was a very extremely dense, whether it's one particular point in space and then expanded. That doesn't make sense for it to be one point and expanded, because where would be the edge, right? The universe doesn't have an edge. The infinite, the space-time dimensions of the universe make sense to have always been infinite. It was just that all the bits were all closer together.
So you're saying that general relativity is wrong, and you're right.
No, I'm saying that if you take the observable universe, and according to general relativity, all of the things that we see within the radius of the sphere, that's 20 billion light years around, all of that was close together into one point. What I'm saying is that there's an infinite amount of space beyond that sphere that we're in that is adjacent to it. And
Yeah, I don't have a problem with that, I guess.
So you never actually lose the spatial dimensions. It's always infinite space. It's just the space between things that is expanding and contracting.
There's infinite space, but the universe part, that's where all the matter is, and that's in one singular point, right?
I don't think it's in one point, because then it would have an edge, right? When it expanded.
Because if there's space in between things, it would have an edge. There's infinite space, but the singularity itself. Steven, am I tripping?
Well, it depends on what you mean by like an edge. We have a few different types of like horizons. There's
let's say that the singularity is what I'm thinking it is, like just like a point, right? And then there's infinite space around the singularity. Infinite space is cool, but around the singularity, the edge of the singularity is where the space would start for it to expand into. Like that's where the edge would be. Like wherever it stops, and then it expands, and then the edge gets bigger, and then the edge gets bigger, and the edge gets bigger. That's how I envision it, at least.
Yeah, I mean, there are a few proposed ideas, like I mentioned earlier, if the universe is infinitely large, then that state would have also been infinitely large, just far more dense. But we don't really know that. We know that we have like a particle horizon that extends out, but.
Mm-hmm. So basically, what Dirt is saying is makes sense. It's just not proven, not something that most people believe.
Yeah, there's still a lot that needs to be like investigated when it comes to our understanding of the early universe.
And Dirt, do you think that most people believe what you're saying?
I think most people who understand the Big Bang and the expansion of the universe and the equations will have that intuition naturally. I think it's just non-mathematically educated people who think singularity equals a single point in space, where that's not necessarily true. You can have an infinitely dense, infinitely large space.
Yeah, I'm not saying that that's not possible, but what I am saying is that I'm going to go with what the majority thinks that are professionals in the field, rather than like.
So I don't think that there's any. I don't think that there's any majority within the scientific community that say that the entire universe, let's just say 1 microsecond after the expansion, it's somehow has an edge where the matter hasn't expanded into. Matter is not expanding into empty space. Space is appearing between molecules. So once you understand that, then this makes a lot more sense.
It depends what you mean by like an edge. Like the universe doesn't even have like.
Doesn't that mean there is an edge to each molecule? Like, it's fine. Go ahead, Stephen. You know more.
Oh, I was just mentioning like it depends on what you mean by like an edge. Like the universe doesn't even have a center.
Exactly. So there's no point in the center that expands into the universe because the universe has no center. Every point, any point you can be anywhere in the universe, your horizon of how far you can see, that will have compressed into a singular point at time. But there's an infinite number of places you could be in the universe. And so...
No, what he's saying makes sense. Don't think I don't understand what he's saying. What he's saying, it makes sense. It's just not what I thought the general consensus was.
Well, I
still don't know 100% for certain if I'm right about it not being the general consensus. Stephen, I know I asked you that already, but did you say yes, it's not the general consensus, or yes, it is the general consensus?
It depends on what you mean. Like, so like there's some comments.
Let's say you go into a room and there's 1,000 people that study the Big Bang. Would more people agree with him? Like with the general, like with the majority of the population that studies this agree with him. That's what I mean, like by general consensus.
I mean, both of you just kind of gave me very vague descriptions of what you think of the Big Bang, so I'm not quite sure.
Well, he said that there is no point. All right, fuck it. I give up. I don't know.
I'm sorry.
I just said there was no center, right? And that it's all relative to where you are.
There is no center. Like the Big Bang happened everywhere.
Yeah, no, that's not what I was confused about. You said there's no singularity, no point of singularity.
The general relativity does take us back to a point of singularity. Yeah.
Okay, so so the people that study the Big Bang, do they generally hold to general relativity?
Yeah.
So they would disagree with him?
I'm not sure if he is disagreeing with general relativity, though.
Okay, I actually don't care
anymore. There are like several proposed ideas. Like I mentioned, like there's eternal inflation. There's a lot of different ideas of what might have happened in the primordial early universe.
I just want to know. Okay, let me ask you this straight up. Do you think he's right?
I don't know. I'd have to get like a more in-depth like understanding of both of your understandings of the Big Bang.
I can sort of lay it out very simply. My claim is that most scientists believe that it's very likely that the universe is infinite and that it's very difficult to postulate a non-infinite universe.
Yeah, if it is infinitely large, then that region of like infinite density would have also been infinitely large, just infinitely dense.
I got an even better question. So, Dirt, the way I explain the Big Bang is there is a point of singularity where everything that was in the universe now was in this very small spot, and it just expanded into what we know today. What about that is wrong? That's what I could ask.
The fact that if you were, say, 1 microsecond after the singularity, you could, in theory, go infinitely far in any direction. And so where the center of the singularity is doesn't matter because we can only get really close. We can really only get to the point where everything was really close together.
Why do you keep bringing up a center?
Well, okay, so maybe the question is for you. What do you think a singularity is?
Like, just like what everything that's in the universe right now, all of that in a really compacted spot.
So you're saying that there, like, if it was all compacted into one spot, there would be space above it and space below it that it would expand into?
I mean, if it expanded,
Yeah,
then,
so that's the fallacy. I think you should think of it more like a balloon, like the surface of a balloon. So
surface of a balloon.
the surface of a balloon. So you have an uninflated balloon. You can draw a dot on it, and you blow up the balloon. The balloon grows in size, but it's not expanding into everywhere. It's just the amount of space on the balloon. The surface area is growing, and it's the three-dimensional analogy of that. So you have a three-dimensional space that you can keep going in any direction in an infinite amount of time, and it's just the distances are just getting further.
Cool. So okay, let's say, can you put just say how you would? Yeah, that's what the fuck I'm saying. Jen, can you unmute and explain what you just said in the chat? Because like if the balloon is expanding, you're saying it's not expanding into space, but how is it not expand? It's fine. All right. So if you wanted to
just getting bigger. This is what is happening.
Describe the Big Bang to someone like Jackie, and you wanted to put it into one sentence. The way I put it, you said it was fallacious. What way would you put it in one sentence simply?
The way that I would put it is, as far back as we can measure, there is an inherent expansion in between every single atom, molecule, wave in the universe. So that at time A to time B, the distance between any 2 points will grow proportionally with how far they were in the first place. So everything is getting further away from everything else.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
That's what I would say.
I'm gonna have to dumb that down for somebody else, but that makes.
So if I may, so kind of to the point that Jackie was making, right? There, like has been presented here, Jackie. There are different models of the universe, right? There's a cyclical kind of model of it. There's a eternal inflation model. There's a lot of kind of postulates in terms of how the universe existed prior to kind of like the local expansion that we see. So there's no reason to believe that there was nothing prior to the universe expanding, right? A lot of the consensus is that it was eternal. And even if it's the case, right, that the universe began at the point 13.8 billion years ago, like there's nothing in that to suggest that therefore the cause of that expansion was some type of like supernatural being with like omnipowers or anything, right? So I don't think that, like many times Christians or theists make this argument that, well, this is what atheists hold and it's illogical, but I think that's kind of like a straw man of the position.
No, yeah, facts. I have no problems explaining that part. The only thing that he said that my explanation of the Big Bang was wrong, and I was trying to get clarification on how it was wrong. From what he said, like the sentence I wrote down, listen, I'm not a physicist, okay? Let's put that out there first. From what he said, from what I wrote down, I don't see how it goes against what I'm saying, and it probably does, and it's just a lack of intellect on my part, which is fine. What I was trying to get clarification on was how my interpretation of it was incorrect. Still don't completely get it, but I can just word it like this. I still think that is
That's what I'm trying to. Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. That's what I was trying to like parse out, because it sounded like maybe like both of you were like misunderstanding, but I don't know if I heard anything like explicitly wrong with either of your like descriptions.
He thinks I'm wrong. Like he thinks what I said is incorrect.
I would say that the singularity point, the point in which is claimed to be the start, we don't really have evidence of that. We can go to like within minute different seconds of it, but like once the energy gets to that level of density, we don't know how it behaves. We've never experimentally tested. We don't have the theories. It could have, bounced. It could have been like a big universe that shrunk and bounced out. It could have been a lot of different things. All I'm saying is that from any point that we know of in the past that follows the laws of physics as we know, we've been expanding, and we've been expanding faster. And the expansion is not stars and atoms moving into empty space. It's empty space appearing between atoms and molecules.
Mm-hmm. Okay, cool. Regardless, we still all agree and we disagree with you, Jackie.
Yeah.
So that part.
To be clear, I agree with your almost everything else you said about the Big Bang. It's just the very early point.
Fair enough. I do want to shout out. Hold on a second, Jackie. God dang. I do want to shout out my mod, Danielle. Danielle reads my fucking mind. She knows exactly what I'm thinking and does it before I get a chance to. You know, W fucking Danielle, W mod. Also, Danielle, if that was you that cash at me, even more of a big W. Even more of a big W. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Jackie. My bad. Go ahead.
There you go. The thing is that you guys come up with different theories about the Big Bang, but I have a big question for you. Why do you have that as your background?
This?
Yeah, that looks like, I don't know, that looks like kind of like hell or something. I mean, you don't believe in God, but do you believe like in the devil or something?
No, it's just a funny background.
You should have put something like science, because people are over here asking if she doesn't believe in God, why is she believing in the devil because of the background you have?
Yeah, if they want to assume that and be a dumb.
I don't think she believes in the devil, right?
Yeah, if they want to assume I believe in the devil because of a picture I chose, and they can be a dumbass to do that. They can assume that. I genuinely.
Yeah, I keep seeing questions. You're like, oh, she doesn't believe in God, but she believes in the devil because of the background. So
yeah, those people are what we call dumb. Yeah.
Okay, so I want to understand the Big Bang Theory, okay? Because I'm not a Christian. I don't believe in Christianity. I hate Christians. I went to a Christian church one time and they kicked me out. No, I'm sorry. They kicked me out. Like a Christian church, they kicked me out because I didn't give money.
Wait, what? Okay. Do you think that all Christians are the same because you had one bad experience at a Christian church?
That
Sounds
was
like
actually in
Mormonism.
4 different type of Christianity churches, you know?
Okay, so you went to 4 different churches in the entire world. You think that all churches are now the same because you went to 4?
Well, in my area, and there were 4 different Christian churches. You know, I don't believe in any.
You know,
type
that's
of-
like me saying I used to live in South Carolina. That's like me saying I ran into so many racist white people, therefore all white people are racist now.
Well,
you see how that doesn't make sense?
Well, in my case, all the 4 that I went to, they were all bad. So, I mean, if you go to 4 neighborhoods and they're all racist, aren't you gonna get some type of grudge against that specific neighborhood?
I mean, if you're low IQ, the neighborhood, sure, yeah, the neighborhood, but
I'm talking about
all
the
white
neighborhood.
people in existence because of my experience in one neighborhood, no, unless I was
I'm
just
talking about those Christians. I'm not talking about the whole Christians. I'm talking about those people who were really, really racist. Like, well, no, socialists, I don't know what to call it because I didn't give money, you know. So those Christians, I don't believe in, you know.
Oh, okay. Well, you said you hate Christians, so I thought you were talking about all Christians.
No, I'm talking about those, like those 4 people, those 4 churches that I went to. So I want a specific explanation because you guys are going back and forth when it comes to the Big Bang Theory. One says one thing, I don't know what his name is, came with one thing, and then Wayne and then Stephen came with another thing. So, like, what is the
One
real?
thing we all agree on, though, is that we didn't come from nothing.
Which is, we came from matter.
Well, we are made of matter. I mean,
No. I want to know what the Big Bang Theory believes about how everything initiated, and it's saying something about the universe and how was the universe created.
It says nothing about that. It talks about what happened up to 13 billion years ago. It doesn't say anything before that.
Yeah, the Big Bang is just as far as we call it the lambda CDM model. That's just as far as the model takes us.
Okay, well then what happened before that?
I think
We don't know.
Yeah, Jackie, I think
literally, we do not know, and because we do not know, we acknowledge that we do not know. We don't therefore say we don't know, therefore there's a God now, because we don't know the answer to this question.
Well, then we can just say there
we
is or
don't
there
know.
isn't, right? So if you don't know, you cannot say that there isn't just because you don't know.
I
either,
never
right?
I never said there wasn't a God. I'm agnostic. I said I don't know if there is or isn't one.
You just said you're atheist. You don't believe in God. Look at your
I'm
description.
agnostic.
I don't believe in Christianity and I don't know what. So you're saying that you don't believe, you don't believe in God. If you don't believe in Christianity, you practically don't believe in God. Or don't believe in anything.
I clearly don't believe in God. That does not mean I believe. That does not mean God doesn't exist. It just means I'm not convinced that there is a God. Could I be wrong? Absolutely. That's why I hold the stance of I don't know if there is one. I don't believe that there is one, and I don't believe that there isn't one. I just don't know.
So then there's a 50-50 chance there is one, right?
I don't know the probability necessarily, but it could be that there is one, and there could be that there isn't one.
Not the Christian God.
Okay, it doesn't have to be the Christian God. It can be any type of God. So you're basically saying that there could be a possibility there's a God, right? Yeah. That's all I'm saying. Okay. That's all I wanted to know. Because the Big Bang Theory doesn't explain what happened before the universe.
Yeah, sure. I'm just not convinced that there is one, but sure, it could be.
Okay, so so you and I are kind of in the same spot that there could be a possibility that there's a God. Because if you don't know it, you can say yes or no.
I mean, we agree on that one thing. Everything else, no. We are not in the same spot.
I don't see why we.
Can I just clarify too? Atheism doesn't say God does not exist. Atheism is saying you don't believe in God. Anti-theism.
I have a lot of atheist friends, and they say there's no God. There's no God. Okay.
But anti-theism is the active denying of God. Atheism is just saying I do not believe in God. There's a difference between the two.
Yeah, like colloquially, Jackie. Yeah, I would agree with you. Atheists. Well, at least where I grew up and how I've been around people and the people that I talk to, everybody always thinks that atheism means that you're saying that there is no God. But if you actually look into the definition of it, it doesn't propose that.
No, I guess many atheists don't believe that, but the ones that I know, they say there is no such thing as a God. There doesn't exist. Nobody talks about that. Where is he? If I yell to the sky, I don't hear him. Where is that? And there's no such thing, So they say atheism means no God. There is no God.
There's no objective argument for God. There's only philosophical arguments or logical arguments. You can't make an objective argument for God.
Okay. Yeah. So
also,
real
my
quick.
phone is on 6%. So just letting y'all know.
Hey, how are you doing?
I'm good. How are you? It's been a fucking minute.
That was the question I was going to ask you. Because you say I don't believe in God, so ask me anything. That was my question. How are you doing?
It's hot in here. Actually, it's pretty hot.
Dude,
my butt cheeks are sweating at the moment.
I was drenched today on my run. It's like super humid. It's super humid by me, and it's like 78 degrees, but the humidity just got me. So I feel you.
I'm sacrificing the temperature in my house for you guys because if I turn my fan on, then it makes it really loud and my mic will pick it up. So I hope y'all love me. I'm hot as hell for y'all right now. Hot. But yeah, I appreciate you asking me that. It's been a hot minute. You need to be more active in the chat.
I've been way too busy to be active in Discord. My statistical analysis is coming out on Friday on the onomastic data in the New Testament. So.
Oh, dope. That's what's up. Yeah, you're doing big thing. Yeah, you're busy. Okay, I see why you don't respond in the chat now. Makes sense. But yeah, Jackie, I'm sorry. Did I cut you off? I don't know if I cut you off.
I'm here. Texas is the worst right now. We're at 109.
Thank you, Nat. Appreciate it. Damn. Yeah, it doesn't get that hot in Hawaii. That's one good thing about it. Thank you, Steve. Steve is always coming in clutch. Thank you, Steve. I appreciate the superpower. Yeah, it doesn't get that hot here. Hottest it gets is like 85, 90 on a bad day.
No, we're at we have the sensation of 117 right now.
Oh, y'all are in hell. That's crazy.
Yeah, we live in hell.
Oh, hell is real, y'all. Shit.
We live in it. Yeah.
New Jersey, stop sending me gifts, man. I'm not bringing you back up. I'm not even gonna lie. This man, Dan, hear me out. Dan is one of the smartest Christians I know. Tell me, does this make sense? God exists because one of the most influential and powerful phone companies on earth is Apple. And because the logo of Apple is a bitten apple, they're making fun of God. And apparently the first prototype cost $6.
Yeah, that sounds valid. That sounds valid and sound. No, no, that makes no sense.
Valid or sound to me. What the fuck? It's not valid. Is that valid?
No.
I understand where he's coming from, and I think I know what he's saying. That because You know, in the book of Genesis, it
Oh,
says
the conclusion
that.
is in the first premise. It's definitely not fucking valid. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Jackie.
I'm sorry. I feel I understand where he's coming from because he said something about the price being $666, and that's the number of the beast, you know. But he's saying it because the logo is the bitten apple, and he bit the apple, you know. So why would he have the bitten apple? That's what he's trying to say.
Yeah, let's just say that they are mocking God. That doesn't mean he's real now. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, usually
Yeah,
if you look
that's
at
not
the
even
tree-
that's not even like that's not even the history of the logo. Like it has nothing to do with.
I don't
Yeah.
even. I could grant it, and it still
That's
doesn't make
so
sense.
dumb.
I mean, I think it's worse than the go look at a tree. Obviously, there's God because you go look at a tree.
Low key,
I think that's worse
the
than that.
low key, the look at the trees argument, if articulated correctly, it's pretty fire.
They never articulate it correctly.
Well,
They
yeah,
never-
no, that's
They never do. They just say, "Look at the tree," and that's the argument.
Like if you want a more sophisticated look at the tree argument, they'll pull out Romans 5, right?
No, that's not what I meant. That's not what I meant by sophisticated.
They're just like tedious.
Can you briefly explain the look at the trees argument?
Yeah, I'm lost.
You don't need.
It's fun.
Yeah. Yeah.
So basically, what they'll say is because it's basically an intelligent design kind of argument, like a teleological argument. They're basically saying because there's life and things are permitted here, and things no way there could be trees without a God type of thing. Like, just like you're breathing. That's proof that there's God. Like one of those. Or you
Well,
open.
couldn't I just say, look at the trees? That's proof of evolution.
You could, but I would also say that that's a bad argument too. Like, that's terrible. But damn, I'm at 4%, y'all. Just letting y'all know. But
I just came in
yeah.
to say hi, so I'll catch
okay.
you later.
I love you.
Yeah, I'll catch you guys later because I have this little one over here that he's getting my attention.
Wait, can I ask Steven a question real quick before I go?
Yeah, sure.
Yo, Steven, you still there?
Yeah.
Do you believe in the big rip, the heat death, or the what is it, the frost or the frozen death of the universe?
Well, if you do like the we call them the Friedman equations, and you could work out whether you would expect like a big crunch or a big rip. It seems like we live in a universe that will just continue to expand until the gradual heat death.
Oh, okay. So that's what the scientific consensus is the heat death.
Right. Currently. Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's I'm gonna look more into that. But thank you for having me up. It was very fun.
Of course, yeah. I'll see you later, I'm sure.
Thank you, Julie.
I'm not gonna remember you if I don't follow you.
Talk to you later, Julie.
I meant to follow Dirt too. Bye. Also, hi Jim.
Bye.
We didn't talk this whole time. Hi Jim.
Hey.
Hi Steven too. I love you guys. But yeah, I'm at 3% now, so might as well get off. Tap the screen is fucking crazy when I'm getting off. Why did I say that? Don't tap the screen. I meant to say follow my backup in case I ever get bananaed. Follow my backup. And oh, here you are. Okay, cool. I'll follow you too. Follow my backup. Turn my notification bell on though, because sometimes they don't let people know I'm live. So if you don't want to miss it, do that. And trying to get cream. All right, I gotta go after that. What the fuck do you mean by cream? I can't. All right.